I never thought I'd see the day and be talking about how wrong I was when it came to using hypnosis scripts. If you've been following me for some time, guys, you know that we teach advanced conversation hypnosis and conversation hypnosis programs. And I often talk about why scripts are a waste of time, how they don't work. It's all about symptoms. Your client's going to keep coming back, presenting the same problem, how you can't just read a script and expect to get results. But guys, I hate to say it, I was totally wrong. Over the last couple of months, I actually sat back and thought, is there a chance that these scripts actually work? If they're so prominent in our industry, there's so many people that do use them and do talk about them, maybe I'm wrong. And unfortunately, I was, and it really sucks to say. So in this video, guys, I'm actually going to show you one of the scripts that actually changed my mind. I found this script, I read through it, and it was good. It was really good. I got to see how a script actually worked, how wrong I was, and this has totally transformed the way that I've been thinking about hypnosis for over 20 years. But it's a good video in such a way, guys, and I'm willing to open my mind and see something new. So I'm actually excited to show you this. I'm going to break down this entire script. It's an anxiety script, which I know are going to be very popular. Break it down, show you the incredible points, and actually show you how you can use it for yourself and all your anxiety clients. I'm very excited about this, guys. Let's begin. And if you can't tell already, I have been 100% sarcastic and full of it. Guys, the reason this video came about because a couple of weeks ago, I uploaded an old video that we made a couple of years ago of a stop smoking script that I broke down and analyzed. This stop smoking script is what I found online. Someone asked me, can I do the same for an anxiety script? They obviously missed the part where I said all scripts are the same. So you know what, give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to do this today, but with this caveat. Obviously, I was being really sarcastic before. My mind is still made up on why scripts are one of the worst things you can do for your clients, unless you just want them to keep their problem and come back and see you over and over again and expect to get results. Keep using your scripts by all means. But guys, jokes aside, we all know regardless of a client's problem. So what I'm saying here is it doesn't matter what script it is, whatever a client tells you their problem is a symptom. Anxiety is a symptom. Smoking is a symptom. Weight issues is a symptom. Money blocks, whatever you can think of, guys. I can't think of any more at the top of my head. Fears, phobias, they are all a symptom of something else. So if you're expecting as a really good professional therapist that your client can say, hey, Scott, I need help with my anxiety, that I can go online just like I did, download this script just like I did. Heaven forbid, guys, you're paying for this stuff. I can download this thing, read this to a client over and over and expect it to break down all of their anxiety, their symptoms, their thought loops, their unconscious moments, all of that stuff. If that's what you're expecting, I want to show you why you want to start to rethink this stuff. Now, I won't get into it as far as like looking at when should you stop using a script, what things you should be looking for if your script doesn't work, because all those things are irrelevant. Your client presents symptoms. We know a client's unconscious mind is so complex, chaotic, strange, that it's going to overcome or cope with a problem by presenting a symptom. So people say, well, I want to download an anxiety script, or what's the best stop smoking script? Your thinking as far as therapy is already incorrect, because all you're basically saying is, what's something I can read to my client that is full of symptoms? Now, I found this one online. I'm not going to pay for it. I just took a small example out of that script. And this is an advanced script. And it's written by a or typed, whatever it is, by a very, very professional therapist with an incredible background. A lot of you guys would know this person. I'm not going to mention it because that's irrelevant. But regardless of who wrote the script or how I downloaded it, it's all the same thing. What I'm going to look at here, what I'll break down is this script is supposed to help someone overcome anxiety. But we know anxiety is a symptom. So if anxiety is a symptom, and it's not the real root cause, why the hell would I be reading something that is full of symptoms? So I don't call them hypnosis scripts. I call them symptom scripts. And check this out, guys. I'm not going to read this out. You guys can read this, pause this video for yourself. Look through it, okay? Is it written well? Yeah. Are there some cool hypnotic language? Yeah. Is there a lot of relaxation? Yeah. All of this stuff is irrelevant when it comes to doing the therapy. I've actually highlighted, and I can actually see a couple that I missed already. There's about 10 to 12 symptoms in this one script. It's only a page long. In these couple of paragraphs, this is basically repeating the symptom over and over and over and over and over. Is this helping get the root cause? No. Is this going to be therapeutic? Hell no. Is it just going to relax my client, have them imagine something fun, and then tell them they don't no longer have anxiety? Well, that's what this script is telling us to do. But we know if we just do that, I'm just repeating the symptom. That's like hypnosis 101. That's pretty stock standard of any sort of hypnosis script. So again, doesn't matter where it is advanced or who wrote it or where you got it from. They are all the same things. Like here's an example. You are going to now learn the art of controlling anxiety. As a result of this session, you will no longer suffer from anxiety and you'll be in a control all the time. You feel happy and so confident that you are now in control. So that's just an opener. So here's where we get into the induction. Where are we? You can visualize yourself in a wonderful place, a place where there is no anxiety whatsoever. Okay, it could be some place you've never been before. It could be some place real at a real place. Just visualize it and imagine it. It goes on and goes on. You can even surround yourself with things and activities that you find extremely enjoyable without any stress, another symptom. And then it goes more into the induction. And the third deep breath, as you exhale, allow yourself to feel wonderful, realizing you're in a place where there's nothing affects you, where there is no anxiety. Symptom, 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 symptom. And this thing is full of it. If I'm using a stop smoking script, the only words that would change, I could use the same thing, but I could just substitute anxiety and say you are now a non-smoker. But that's not the real problem. We know that is not the root cause. We know that's not the real therapeutic change a client needs. We know if we just fix the symptom, what happens? It keeps coming back. So it doesn't matter how long this script is. I could keep saying, you now have no anxiety. You feel confident. I could say that 1,000,000 times in a script that's 50 pages long. But now I'm repeating the symptom 1,000,000 times in a 50-page script over and over and over. Now, there is this idea out there that says, as long as I bring my client in, I keep repeating the same stuff over and over and over. This is completely false, because if that was the case, your clients could listen to a YouTube video. There are stop smoking YouTube videos, anxiety relief YouTube videos. And people say, well, that's just a generic one. It's different when I write it. How is it different? It's the same words, the same system you're following. It's the exact same thing. The only thing different is you wrote it compared to somebody else. And you're probably reading it from another therapist. You downloaded their script and all. All in all, guys, and this is a bit of a funny side video, guys, it doesn't matter what script you have. We all know there are symptoms. So if you are really struggling to get therapeutic change from your clients and you are reading a script and they have anxiety and your script says anxiety relief script, you already know the problem. All it's basically saying is symptom relief. Sure, the symptom could go away for a week or so, but it's always going to come back. Why? Because you haven't presented something new to the unconscious mind that'll substitute out the real root cause for a new symptom. If you break down the symptom, the root cause is always there. It doesn't matter how many times I say control anxiety or there is no anxiety. You feel a little bit of anxiety, then it goes away. Think about all the situations that cause you a little bit of anxiety, and now they've all gone away. You can exhale that anxiety. It doesn't matter how I say it, what hypnotic language I use, how deep into the therapeutic or hypnosis part of the session it is that I say these things. All I'm doing is repeating. If I'm using a stop smoking script and it's saying, you are now a non-smoker, you can breathe fresh air, you are no longer have the craving for tobacco. What have I just done? I have presented symptom after symptom after symptom, but I'm expecting that to be therapeutic, guys, okay? So if you're thinking, well, Scott, you did the stop smoking script, can you do an anxiety script? I'm going to scream if someone says, Scott, can you break down a weight loss script? It does not matter. You cannot expect to read a script, no matter how good it is that you wrote, read a script and expect a client to have therapeutic change, whether you put in a regression, there's a timeline and there's a visualization. It does not matter. Unless you know what the root cause is, we know we can't help change a client. And you won't know what that root cause is until you're well into the session. And we know that someone with anxiety, one client, has a different reason for having that anxiety than the next client. It's not all because of one root cause. There's an idea out there that says all childhood issues or all anxiety is because of childhood issues, or all reasons someone has, I don't know, fear of spiders is because of they were neglected as a child. Whatever this ridiculous stuff is, there's a lot of conclusions that get thrown out there. The only conclusion that we can track that we know for sure, guys, is your client will present symptoms. Your next client will present symptom, but their root cause is going to be different than the next client. So if you're expecting to take one script into the next person, you're sorely mistaken, guys. So if your goal is to become a really great therapist, you need to start looking at these symptom scripts, what they are. It doesn't matter how many times I say you no longer have anxiety, or you're a non-smoker, you've lost 6 kilos, whatever it is. It doesn't matter how many times I say it in the session. If I keep saying the wrong thing, it's the wrong thing. Repetition doesn't count for anything if it's still the wrong thing. So guys, bit of a funny video. It is for that person that asked me to break down an anxiety script. Please don't ask me to break down a weight loss script because it's going to be the exact same response. A script is a script is a script, guys, whether you buy it, download it, learn how to write it for yourself, think it's advanced, put hypnotic language, encapsulate it inside some pre-hypnotic language, some post-hypnotic language, some timelines, some visualization. Take a step back and realize it's all the same thing. Every client has a different root cause, and there could be millions of different, if not trillions of different reasons why that person has that root cause. And this is something you cannot prepare for, nor can you put into a script, no matter how good it is. All right, guys, hopefully that was a bit of fun. Thanks for watching.